Hello, Disney Infinity Trainers. We're here today with Nick Wilde, and he's going to show us how to make our very own Jumbo Popsicles. Oh, what was that? You said popsicles? Did you see his face light up when I said that? So I thought this would be a little fun. I've had a viewer who's been asking me to kind of show off some of the characters and how they look when they get hit with the glow urchin. Let's go ahead and bring up the glow urchin here. Shout out to Super Violet Parfan. So I decided I'd make this video here. The glow urchin, when you hit a character, basically bloats them so they look plump, for lack of a better word. And so they wanted to see how Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps look when they're hit with the glow urchin, and I thought it would be fun to, instead of just hitting them with the glow urchin and showing that off, to kind of build a little, not really a mini game, but kind of a mini setup to kind of show this, because you can see how this looks when you are hit with the glow urchin. Also, if you ride in the Wally chair, let me look on the vehicles. Looking for the Wally hover chair. If you ride on this one for long enough, it also bloats your character, just kind of for a funny little effect. If you can see Nick Wilde now. And so I thought it would be fun to make it similar to the movie where Nick Wilde has the popsicles and he does this very complex process. I won't give anything away if you haven't seen the movie, but so we're going to make our own Jumbo Popsicle, and we're going to make it so that when you eat this Jumbo Popsicle, it bloats your character, so they're just really big. So a few things we're going to need here are the pieces for the Jumbo Popsicle. I'm going to use the basic blocks for that. And then we're going to need some creativitoys, namely the Action Enforcer. Now, the Action Enforcer does allow you to have your character get bloated, if that makes any sense. There are several actions that we can use, but the main one we're going to be using is going to be the bloat feature. Next, I'm going to choose a button, and that's going to allow us to reset our little game, because I want to try multiple different characters here. And then a few more things we're going to need are going to be the replayers. I'm going to put 4 of these. I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to use. I'm probably only going to use about 2 or 3, but I just want to be sure there. And then we're going to need a sound effect generator. So these are the toys we're going to need for our Jumbo Pop little setup. I'm not going to really call it a mini game because there's not going to be much gameplay. It's just going to be pushing a button, and that's it. And then we're going to need our basic blocks. So let's go ahead and start here with the popsicle stick. So I like to use the short block here, and we are going to set the theme here so that it looks like popsicle stick would. There we go, the playing. That looks similar to a popsicle stick. Similar enough. And unfortunately, I mean, we could make this longer by using this, but then it'll just be so tall, and we want it to at least be within our range of vision. So the next thing we're going to need is the basic blocks themselves, and we're going to set the theme so that they are kind of red and shiny, because Nick's favorite flavor is probably strawberry or cherry. I'm not too sure on that one, but given the color of the Jumbo Pops he uses, I'm guessing that they are cherry or strawberry. Now that one's too metallic, I think, so let's go ahead and find one that is more poppy, like this. I suppose this one works, so we set the theme for that. Let's take a look just to see if there's anything else that might come close to that. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use that one, and we're gonna place a few here. Oops, I must not have set the theme. I thought I did. I have to go all the way back to find it. That is okay. It was down here somewhere. There it is. Okay, I set the theme this time, that's for sure. Gonna place it. And I think we can just place 2 like that. And then the last thing we're going to need is this little curved block, because it's a Jumbo Pop. It curves at the top, right? So there is our Jumbo Pop. Now I actually did this wrong. Not exactly wrong, but I'm actually going to use replayers here. Those are going to allow us to make it disappear when we eat it. So I'm going to use a couple of these. And I actually think I'm going to need more sound effect generators here as well. So I'm going to place 3 sound effect generators. And to be honest, I'm also going to need some locators. Let's go ahead and bring those up. And you'll see why in a little bit. Actually, I think 1 locator will do, because we can just use it for all of the sounds. We'll put the locator right in the middle of the popsicle. Alright. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to actually erase all of these red blocks, but this is how it's going to look in the end. We're going to erase all the red blocks, and we're going to use the replayers to build with them. So let's bring that to the forefront here. And let's say goodbye. For now. Okay, so the first replayer. Now this is going to allow us to save and record anything that we build as long as this is running. So we press record and it records everything we place, and then we can stop recording and it saves everything that was recorded in that time period as that kind of chunk. So then you can erase certain things at once. We'll go ahead and show that off. So we're going to start recording here. You can press the X button to do so. So it is now recording. So every block we place will be saved. Let's go ahead and look for that basic block menu now. And I hope it saved the texture. It should have saved the red texture, so that's not going to be a problem. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to place 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be kind of like an L shape, like a Tetris block kind of thing. So remember that this one's for the bottom L. So we're going to stop recording now. So that L shape is saved in here. So if we were to make a logic connection to erase what is saved here, all of that L shape would disappear. So we're going to remember that. This is important. This is for the bottom part. So we'll put it near the bottom. Next, we're going to bring up our second replayer. And this is going to build the rest of the popsicle. So we're going to go ahead and go record. Now it is recording. And that's going to bring up the remainder, the top half of that popsicle, of that Jumbo Pop. So that's going to be 1 and 2. Pretty simple stuff. So now we have our popsicle completed. And this is going to allow us to stop recording. And we're almost done with our little setup here. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to need 1 more creativitoy. I underestimated the amount of creativitoys I would actually be needing for this segment. We are going to want a context button. Context button assigner. And that's going to allow us to, when we approach this, to have the option to eat it. But I don't think, let's see. Let's pull up another locator here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put stairs, because if we're standing at the base of the popsicle stick, we're not going to be able to eat it. We need help. We need to climb up some stairs in order to access this popsicle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put that right here. That is fine. And then we're going to go back to the basic blocks. And we're going to look for the little stairs. Actually, this little platform here looks neat. And I'm going to go ahead and change the theme here because we don't need the popsicle red anymore. We'll change it to floral. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to look for the stairs. Here we are. All right. Now we can start eating this thing. So we're going to climb up here, and it's going to prompt us and ask us if we want to eat the popsicle. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to set up the context button assigner. Actually, first, one more thing. We are going to need a dynamic trigger. And I believe, this time I do believe this will be the last dynamic trigger. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're going to need to set up the dynamic trigger to the locator so that when you approach it, it'll ask. Location. Set the properties here. We'll set it for 3 or 4 should be fine. I'm going to do 4 just to be a little safe there. And the properties, the target is going to be the locator. That is where this prompt is going to appear. Then we're going to set the location, or sorry, we're going to set the logic connection so that when that area is entered by any player, you trigger the context button assigner. You activate it for the triggering player. Now the prompt for this will be, we will use a defined duration just in case. We will show the button prompt text. The button prompt text will be simply eat popsicle. Get it? So when we approach the locator there, it'll ask us to eat if we want to eat the popsicle, and we will select whether or not we want to do that. Now, this is where the fun begins. These will end up being hidden. We'll end up hiding the sound effect generators just so you don't have to see them, but for right now, that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to say, when this is pressed by any player, we're going to delete the top layer. So we are going to clear. Then, when it is cleared, we will do a gulping sound. When that gulping sound happens, we will clear this one. And when this one is cleared, we will do another gulping sound. Lastly, when that second gulping sound is complete, oops, I keep hitting that. Actually, we should do ended for that one. When the second gulping sound is ended, we will do a burping sound because we will have completely eaten the entire pop. So when the burping sound is completed, we will trigger the action enforcer, which will bloat the triggering player. And that is how you make a little mini setup for your character to eat a gigantic Jumbo Pop, burp, and get bloated. So we're going to try it out now. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and test it out. Nick Wilde is very, very hungry. He could go for a real nice Jumbo Popsicle right now. Alright. Alright, so it worked! Look at that. So you can see all of the contents of that Jumbo Popsicle jiggling around in his stomach. Look at his arms, too. Hey, Judy! Hey, Judy! What's so funny? He doesn't sound like that. What's so funny, Judy? He doesn't sound like that either. Judy, what's so funny? Judy's turn. Oh, Red.
Hey guys, it's me, Judy. Hey guys. Hey Nick. What's so funny? What's so funny?
Hey me. Let's take a look at that again. For some reason it's not spawning the whole thing, but that's okay. Hey boys. Hey boys.
Hey boys.
You're quite enthusiastic, aren't you?
She looks like a balloon. Look at her.
The cult never bothered me anyway. But popsicles, those on the other hand.
Quickly.
Vader, that's not a good look for you. Vader? You okay? Let's see what Spot looks like. He's just got a little gut going on there. Looks like a little butterball. He doesn't have a neck. Just her head. Violet, those glasses are gonna fall right off. She's all head now. She doesn't need to go invisible for this. Aw, it takes it away. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little experiment with the Jumbo Popsicle that I built. Let me know if there are other characters you'd like to see bloated in this fashion. Let me know if you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you would like to see more. And subscribe for some of the most fun and random, yet entertaining Disney Infinity content you will see on the interwebs. Violet Par is #1. Hope you have a great day. See you later.